Now, once upon a time, maybe somewhere in till 2007, there used to be a floor rate and ceiling rate. Okay, floor rate and ceiling rate. Now, what is this floor rate and ceiling rate? Now you know what is the floor, this is the floor, what is the ceiling, this is the ceiling. If we want to jump, we can only jump up to the ceiling or up to the floor. We cannot go down of the floor or we cannot go beyond the ceiling. This is the operating area. Similarly, the RBI Act told was 3% to 15%. The RBI Act was done by the Parliament. So what Parliament has given the power to RBI is, boss, RBI governor, you can reduce the CRR up to 3%, not below that. And you can increase the CRR up to 15%, not beyond that. Means CRR is not fixed. Today CRR is 4%, as I told you in the beginning. But CRR is not fixed, but there was a floor rate and ceiling rate. So only this much RBI governor can do. Either he can maximum he can increase up to 15% or minimum he can reduce up to 3%. However, this concept of floor rate and ceiling rate was removed in the year 2007. The RBI Act was amended by the Parliament. So what is amended? Changed. So this RBI Act was changed and there is no more floor rate and ceiling rate. So technically now, if RBI governor wants, he can reduce the CRR to 1% also or increase the CRR even to 25-30% technically. Okay. Now, but they won't do that high and all. Okay. As of now, the CRR is 4%. Now, somewhere in 1990s, the CRR used to be 15%. So imagine that time how much if there was one Rajinikanth commercial bank, out of 100 crores, 15 crore they have to send it as CRR. Okay, out of 100 crore, 15. Then what will be the balance? Balance will be only 85 crore. Now with this 85 crore, they have to earn 114 crore so that they can pay 107 crore this side. How difficult the situation would have been for banks? Means CRR was as high as 15% in the early 1990s. So banks were all in difficult time. So banks were sick. So if you are sick, what you will do? You go and meet the doctor or no? Similarly, when banks were sick, one doctor was called. That doctor was Dr. Narasimhan. So this Narasimhan doctor, but of course he is not a medical doctor, he is what doctor? One economist doctor, Dr. Narasimhan. This was one committee to ensure that the banking sectors are reformed, because at that time it was in trouble, I told. So this Dr. Narasimhan was called and to ask Dr. Narasimhan, please suggest how these banks can be improved. So immediately these bank chairmen, SBI chairman, ICICI, that time ICICI was not there, SBI chairman, PNB chairman, assume our Rajinikanth commercial bank chairman, Rajinikanth, all went and cried to Narasimhan, doctor, please help us. These banks, these people are, RBI is asking us CRR 15%. Though if we have 100 crore NDTL, 15 crore we have to send it. With the balance 85 crore, we have to earn 114 crore. So difficult. Please help us. Now Narasimhan, what? 15% CRR? Oh, too high. Then immediately he told RBI, 15% is too high. Please, I strongly recommend this CRR should come down. Now, immediately RBI told, okay boss, you are a doctor, now banks are sick, in case if all banks, State Bank of India, PNB, everyone fail, then RBI also doesn't have any job if all banks fail, so we will listen to you. So from that day, they started reducing the CRR continuously, and as of now, the CRR, that is cash reserve ratio. What is cash reserve ratio? Whatever, all these scheduled commercial banks, these banks should keep whatever percentage prescribed by RBI, that is as of now 4%, they have to keep it with Reserve Bank of India, which RBI will give when there is some bank run or something. Okay. Then, so Narasimhan Committee's recommendation of reducing CRR was accepted. Then this bank chairmen were there, SBI, PNB, they were very happy. Then they again started crying to Narasimhan, doctor, please listen, doctor. This whatever, yes, RBI has accepted to reduce. Also tell them one thing, as whatever amount we are giving to them, ask them to pay some interest. Because when say Anthony comes, Basha comes, Cinderella comes, Dorothy comes, we cannot tell them your money only we kept with the Reserve Bank of India. So that is not possible. We have to pay them with interest. RBI is having printing presses. They can print a lot of cashes. They have printing press in Shalboni in West Bengal. They have printing press in Mysore in Karnataka. They have enough money, doctor. Ask them to pay whatever money we are keeping it as CRR with Reserve Bank of India. RBI should pay interest to that much amount to scheduled commercial banks. Now, doctor, so very logical you are asking. Yes. Hey, RBI, you have to pay interest. Whatever CRR amount they are keeping with you, you have to pay them interest. Whenever you are sick, say you are having fever, when doctor tells, hey, you have to take medicine, you should gargle with hot water, you should not eat heavy food, will you follow or no? Yes, you will follow. So RBI also accepted, okay sir, I will pay interest. So banks were very happy. So from the year 1999, RBI started paying interest to whatever amount these banks were keeping with RBI. RBI was paying interest to scheduled commercial banks. Whatever that CRR amount, that amount for that RBI was paying interest, and it also started reducing the CRR. That was also one of the recommendation of Narasimhan Committee. From 15% it was brought down to 4%. So from 1999 they started paying RBI. This can also be asked in the prelims. From 1999 RBI started paying interest to scheduled commercial banks for whatever CRR amount they keep with RBI. Now, when you are sick, doctor says hereafter for next 15 days you should not eat chicken, mutton, fish, egg or heavy food like whatever with ghee, this everything you avoid, have light food, take medicine for next 7 days, also you should take gargle with hot water for 15 days. Now, first day we follow, second day we follow, third day itself once we are little alright, then we'll stop gradually reducing the medicine. Fourth day we may even eat chicken or mutton also, and we say, I am a lion body or a tiger body, nothing can have. Will we do that or no? Same thing, RBI, 1999 onwards they started paying interest. Somewhere in 2005, 6 and all, the banks were out of sickness. They were no longer sick. So, RBI thought, enough boss, we are paying too much interest to these people, these bankers. Hereafter, we will not pay interest on CRR. So, this practice of paying interest to banks was started in 1999 based on Narasimhan Committee's recommendation. However, in 2007, it stopped. So, as of now, there is no interest. The RBI doesn't pay interest on CRR to scheduled commercial banks. Okay. Now let's go back to the PowerPoint presentation. So, what is this? We also know this and all we have seen. NDTL we have seen. Bank run we have seen. Then what is cash reserve ratio? Fixed by Reserve Bank of India. Whether it is 4% or 10%, whatever, that is fixed by Reserve Bank of India. That is the total deposits of all scheduled commercial banks. As I already told you, scheduled commercial bank can be government owned banks like Punjab National Bank or State Bank of India, or Indian private banks like ICICI or HDFC, or foreign banks like Citibank or Bank of America. Total deposits of all scheduled commercial banks in India kept with the RBI. So all these scheduled commercial banks should keep that percentage prescribed by RBI. They have to send it to Reserve Bank of India in cash form. This was initially, there was a floor rate and ceiling rate. Floor rate was 3%, ceiling rate was 15%. There was a floor rate of 3%, ceiling rate of 15%. Then this, however, was removed. As I told you, this concept of floor rate and ceiling rate was removed in 2007, and so there is no more floor rate, no more ceiling rate. So technically now RBI can reduce CRR even to 1% or increase CRR even to 30% technically. Now then what are the Narasimhan committee recommendations? Is Narasimhan committee, based on it, it was reduced. Narasimhan committee asked to reduce the CRR, so it was reduced from 15% in 1992 to 4.5% in 2003, and now it has become 4%. Interest was also given on CRR from 1999-2000, but however stopped in 2007. So CRR as of now, what is the cash reserve ratio as of now? It is 4%. So friends, this is part of the banking class.